What's up YouTube, it's Elijah One Dream and we're back again with another NBA 2K24 new gen center build video. And in today's video we are going to be making a Blake Griffin build. So we are going to be making this build at the center position. Blake Griffin also played at the power forward position, but depending on the team that he was on and the lineups and the rotations, whatever the coach had going, he did play center at some time. So I did end up choosing to pick this at the center position. But man, this build is a ton of fun. A bit of a catfish build as well, as we get the interior scorer build name, and this build is also made for 92 and under rec. But you're gonna have a ton of fun on this build, as you just seen in the mixtape. So many crazy contact dunks, putback dunks, alley-oops, you name it. And we will also get the ability to shoot on this build as well, so you won't be a complete liability with an inside big. You can space the floor, sit in the corner, spot up, hit threes. It is a little bit tougher because we only do get a 76 3 ball, and that is the highest shooting rating that we get, so we have to change our releases on our jump shot a little bit. But let's get into it. Like I said, as center position, you want to go to 6'10", and we are actually going to max the weight out at 282 pounds. So like you just heard me say, this build is also going to be for 92 and under rec, and I do believe that your weight does play into factor into some of the body ups, post defense, that kind of stuff. We do get a 90 strength as well, but I do know that the weight does factor into some situations, so I just decided to increase it up to 282 pounds. That way we're gonna get a big burly build, and you could almost call this build Beef Griffin, because man, this thing is thick and a unit on the court. And of course our wingspan, we want to max out to 7'8", so we get that max wingspan as well. And again, the reason for going 282 pounds, you can actually go up to 285, but as you see there, our speed is at a 66, and at 282 it goes to a 67. And the way that I built the build, I was only going to get a 67 speed on this build regardless of when I had the weight decrease, so I decided to increase the weight all the way up until it met that 67 speed threshold. So that's the reason for the 282 pounds. We can click continue. So as you can see here, we have amazing finishing. We have a 96 driving layup for that Hall of Fame fearless finisher, and we pretty much get every single finishing badge on Hall of Fame. As you see there, aerial wizard is on gold and whistle is also on gold. Unfortunately, we do not get much of a free throw on this build, but you can still knock it down. Again, you're probably going to shoot about 50%. I have found that the free throw rating is pretty identical to your actual free throw shooting percentages. So we are going to get that nasty 96 driving layup, and if you throw on the Sabonis layup package on this build, Hall of Fame floater, a 96 driving layup, and that deep cheesy floater, man, it is so OP. It would also help open up the floor for you as well. Again, you have an interior scorer build name. People will start sitting paint on you thinking that you can't shoot. You can drive in a couple steps, throw up that floater, and then they got to come and start playing you, or you can also knock down the 3 ball and spot up out of the corner. Now I would have loved to get a 96 driving dunk for all of the elite driving contact dunk packages, but the 94 will at least unlock you the first level of the elite contact dunks, and as you've seen in the mixtape as well, the animations are still incredible. But that does get us gold posterizer, precision dunker, Hall of Fame slithery, gold aerial wizard, Hall of Fame bunny, 2-step spin cycle, and again gold whistle. It also would have been tough to get the 96 driving dunk because we have to get an 86 vertical as well too, so it was very difficult to get everything else that I wanted. I still wanted to be able to shoot the ball, I still wanted a little bit of passing, but as you can see here, we did have to sacrifice on the defense, and it's really the minimum defense that we could go, but it still works. I'm able to get triple doubles on this build as well too. The 92 defensive rebound, 90 strength, you can still box out, 82 vertical as well with the max wingspan. You can absolutely hold your own on the defensive rebounding end, and of course a 90 standing dunk as well. So this does unlock elite big man contact dunk packages as well, so you get one level of driving elite contact dunks, and you get the elite big man standing contact dunks as well. I would have loved to get a 92 standing dunk in order to get that gold fast twitch, but again, unfortunately we had to sacrifice some other things because we have 3 categories of finishing in 90 plus, so we did have to sacrifice a little bit. But I really wanted the elite big man contact dunks for, of course, a Blake Griffin build. We only get silver fast twitch, which is still fine honestly, gold precision dunker, gold rise up, and gold aerial wizard. Post control, I did not increase that. For me, I don't find post control to be very important for my play style. It's just the way I play. I don't do many post spins or post drop steps, and you don't necessarily need a post control rating to shoot post hooks or post hop shots, post fades, whatever it might be. So it's just not part of my game style, and I find it to be a bit of a wasted attribute in my mind. And especially if you go up against somebody that has interior defense, that has silver post lockdown or gold post lockdown with some strength, they can completely negate this rating and make it useless. So I don't really like the post control rating. Again, only a 61 mid-range shot. We had to sacrifice something, and we could only go with a 76 3 ball. I thought it was a little bit more important. I would rather shoot threes than have a midi on this build. So it is a little bit tougher with the jump shot blendings. We can't get as good of releases, but still, you can still spot up from the corners, anywhere along the 3-point line. You still get silver catch and shoot and silver corner specialist, bronze deadeye. We even get bronze agent threes on this build, which is pretty cool as well too. And again, silver claymore. If you spot up from the corner, you got these 3 silver badges: claymore, corner specialist, and catch and shoot. You should still be able to knock those down, especially get your hot zones and your lethal zones out of the corner. That'll make it a lot easier. An easy way to get those hot zones in the corners: go ahead and play street ball, play against disco, keep playing against them until you get the hot zones in the corner. Then you can go doing your workout, get the lethal zones, and you'll be absolutely cash from the 3-point line. The 86 pass accuracy, this is probably the minimum that I'm going to go on any center build this year. I just love my passing too much, and I love gold break starter. I'd prefer to have the 92 or a 91 pass accuracy for that gold needle threader. And of course, Hall of Fame break starter is nice, but gold is still a great level to have. And like I said earlier, I have been able to get some triple doubles with this build, so the passing is still nice, crisp, and clean. But we do get silver dimer, needle threader, relay passer, touch passer, and gold special delivery. And of course, 86 pass accuracy is going to increase your ball handle, so I went up to a 51. And I wanted some extra dribble animation, so I went with the 40 speed with ball as well. It would have been nice to get more speed with ball so we can get a little bit more momentum running towards the rim. Sometimes it can feel slow trying to get to the rim only with that 40 speed with ball. And of course, big driver, triple strike, those would have helped as well too. But again, having 3 categories in the 90s like we do, we have to sacrifice something. So for the defense, this is the really absolute minimum that you can go, and this is why I wanted to make this a 92 and under build. If you matched up against like a 99 pure post scorer type of build like that, it can be tough, absolutely 100% with this build. But still, you guys see the blocks in the mixtape. You can still get snatch blocks, you can still block, but the build does play a little bit soft in the paint at times. It feels like people can make some contested layups over you because of the low interior defense. But again, it's not like you can't get any stops. You definitely can, but this is the absolute minimum that you can go on a center build with defense. And I would have loved to get up to a 65 interior defense. I tried doing that, try and get workhorse to help with some more rebounds, but unfortunately, again, with the high ratings that we have in other categories, I was not able to. And of course, the 58 perimeter defense, I highly prefer to have perimeter defense on my build over steals. Off-ball pest I find to be a really nice badge. And again, playing random rec, you're playing man-on-man defense. If you get pick and rolled or you get switched onto somebody, or you're even guarding a 6'8", a 6'9", that is very fast, it is very nice to have perimeter defense. And of course, this is going to help you get better contests on 3-point shots, and they'll make less contested shots against you with a higher perimeter defense rating. The 78 block, all you really need is the 77 or bronze anchor, but I really do like chase down artist. I find this helps in some situations. Even when you're late and rotating, this badge can pop up as a chase down block, so that definitely helps. Of course, even just getting back on defense, this also helps as well. And of course, a 92 defensive rebound, gold box out beast, pogo stick, and gold rebound chaser. So again, you can absolutely hold your own rebounding on this build. You got that 90 strength, 282 pounds. You are a unit, so you can box out. As soon as that ball hits the rim, press triangle or Y depending on whatever console you're on. You can grab those boards, chuck it down the court with that gold break starter, get some nice easy assists. And the speed is a 67. All you really do need is a 66, but again, the way the build worked out, 67 was perfect. And then I seen this and I was like, I might as well increase the weight because I know that does count for some body ups, post defense, that kind of stuff. So I just decided to increase the weight and make this boy a beefy build. And the 52 acceleration matches the 67 speed, and we do get that 90 strength. So we do get that silver bulldozer to go with that 96 driving layup, so you can bully people out of the way and make some nice layups. Get that Hall of Fame fearless finisher as well. Of course, brick wall, so you can set big bodies, and also gold immovable enforcer, so you can have a nasty pick and roll game just like Blake Griffin did. And again, if they start sitting paint on you because you're absolutely dominating them, you can do a pick and pop that 3. Again, Blake Griffin wasn't a great 3-point shooter at the start of his career, but throughout the years he did start to develop that 3 ball. 82 vertical, you need to have an 82 vertical to match that 94 driving dunk in order to get the elite driving contact dunks. But we do also get silver chaseline artist, gold pogo, posterizer, rise up, and aerial wizard with this as well. And a 92 stamina, it doesn't get us anything unfortunately, but again, I just like that sweet spot. If you do get that 65 interior defense, you can at least get that bronze workhorse, but unfortunately we don't have enough perimeter defense or interior defense in order to get that workhorse badge. But still, 92 stamina is a perfect spot. So now we can go ahead and click continue, and we get shades of Derek Lively II, Domantas Sabonis, and John Collins. And as you see here, it comes out as an interior scorer. If you make this as a power forward, it might pop up with Blake Griffin. I'm not sure, I've never tried that, but I could definitely see it popping up as a Blake Griffin build. And this build plays exactly like Blake Griffin does. So there we have it, the 6'10" Blake Griffin build. Next, we'll get how to increase this build, the animations for it, and of course, we're going to get into some rec center gameplay. So the way that you can increase this build to a 92 overall for 92 and under rec, of course, you want that 96 driving layup so you can get that Hall of Fame fearless finisher, the 94 driving dunk for those elite driving contact dunks, and of course, the 90 standing dunk for elite big man contact dunks as well. So you can get all of your finishing, and you still do get a 61 close shot at default. So if you are underneath the rim and you are wide open, you can absolutely make those. Of course, max out your 3-point shot. Unfortunately, we weren't able to increase our mid-range with just the way everything else worked out. We still wanted our defense and our physical, so unfortunately, this is pretty much a 3-point shooting and finishing build. But again, that Sabonis layup package will help you finish around the mid-range. So people start sagging off of you, or they start playing a little bit too tight on you, you can blow by them, get a couple steps in there, throw up that Sabonis floater, and you can still make some mid-range shot. But again, that 76 3 ball, so again, they start sitting paint on you. Once you get your hot zones, especially out of the corners and your lethal zones, you can start nailing threes. And again, in takeover with an 86 3 ball and bronze agent threes, you can still sauce up and cook up and have some really nice plays. And we can also max out our free throw at a 53 to go with that gold whistle. So if we do get fouled quite a bit, you will be able to knock down your free throws at least. Of course, you want to max out your 86 pass accuracy, get that gold break starter, get those easy fast break outlet assists. That's going to help you get your takeover even quicker, and then you can even become even more dominant. Of course, a 40 ball handle and a 40 speed with ball, those will unlock some dribbling animations. And for our defense, I am a veteran too, so I do get +2 to all of these stats, which definitely helps. But again, increase your interior defense up to a 61 for bronze anchor, a 58 perimeter defense for bronze off-ball pest, 78 block for silver chase down artist and bronze anchor as well. But again, if you are a veteran too, you can at least get an 80 block, a 60 perimeter defense, a 63 interior defense, and we would get a 94 defensive rebound. But of course, you want to increase your rebounding as well. You want to be able to secure those boards, chuck it down the court, again, get those easy fast break outlet assists. And of course, you want to max out your speed as well. I would recommend going to a 45 acceleration for bronze spot finder, a very, very nice badge. Again, if you tap the right trigger or R2, depending on what console you're on, you can get some nice cuts to the basket, or you can do some nice dexes out to the 3-point line, whatever it might be. The 90 strength, get all those nice strength badges as well to go with that 96 driving layup, get that bulldozer going, and of course, it's going to help you on the defensive end as well. The 82 vertical to match that 94 driving dunk is an absolute must. And last but not least, we can round it out with the 92 stamina. So an absolute monster of a build for 92 and under rec. You can dunk all over the competition. You can still stretch the floor. You got enough defense to hold down the paint. The build does play a little bit soft at times, but you got your playmaking as well, and you got some decent physicals. So this will cost you 292,000 VC. And for the dunk packages for this build, pretty much the 2-foot moving dunks, the rim grazers, the hangs you want to go with. I don't recommend the back scratchers. I put on the windmill that I can. I like to put on all the basics, definitely put on the quick drops if you can as well, all the reverses as well too that you can get, the athletics, the double clutches, of course the tomahawks that you can get as well, and absolutely want to put on the elite contact dunks off too, and the pro as well. And again, put on all the contact dunks that you can. I like the windmills, back scratches if you can, the hangs, the rim grazers, basics. Again, that quick drops off 1 is a really nice animation as well too, but you have to be a starter 3. Reverses, I do like the cradles, I don't mind it. The athletics, the double clutches, the tomahawks, and you can throw on the switcheroo if you like as well too. And of course the standing dunks, the regulars, the rim pulls, the athletics, the elite standing bigs, and the pro standing bigs. Definitely throw all of those dunk packages on. And the signature dunks you can put on Giannis. Of course you want to put on Blake Griffin 100%, LeBron James, Scottie Pippen, Zion Williamson. You can put on Karl Malone, Daryl Dawkins 100%. You get some nasty dunk animations out of that. Put on Draymond Green, Dwight Howard, Shawn Kemp, Shaquille O'Neal, Ben Simmons, Karl Anthony Towns, and Dominique Wilkins. And last but not least, for the alley-oops, you can definitely throw on the pros, the elites, the Zion Williamsons, and of course you can throw on your elite contacts, pro contacts, contacts and big contact alley-oop dunk packages as well. And for the animations, the free throw is underhand. I find this easy to time, and with a low free throw rating, I find I can green quite a bit of them as well too. This is a starter 3 animation though. Same thing with the layup style as the Mantis bonus. This is also a starter 3 animation, but again, that cheesy floater can absolutely help you out in situations. Dribble pull up, I like Kevin Durant. Spin jumper is normal. Hop jumper Kevin Durant. Post fade Pro 2. Post hook is Joel Embiid. Post hop shot Kobe Bryant, and motion style is Pascal Siakam. Again, I don't really know what to use for motion style. I just kind of throw on Siakam or Giannis or sometimes Iguodala depending on the build, whatever it might be. In the pass style, I do like Domantas Sabonis. I find he has very good fast break outlet passing animation, so I like to use his. And then for the dribble moves, you can throw on all the normal moves as you see right here. And then the triple threat style, I like to use Michael Jordan. In the jump shot for this build, you guys guessed it, Jonathan Isaac base. And what I have been rocking with on this build is Tim Duncan for release 1, Marc Gasol for release 2. I put the speed down 1 tick, which drops it to 50%. And then the animation blending, you want to go 28% Tim Duncan and 72% Marc Gasol. So you will get a B+ release height, A- release speed, C- defensive immunity, and a C- timing stability. So again, once you get your hot zones and your lethal zones out of the corners, you can be spotting up and making absolute cash. And again, an easy way to get your hot zones, go to the street ball courts, play against disco, spot up in the corner, nail your threes, and after about a game or two, you should be able to get both your hot zones out of those spots. Then you can go and do your lethal drills, get the lethal zones out of the corners, and you'll be a knockdown shooter. So again, for this jump shot, it is a 76 3 ball. A 76 rating is what you need. I had to switch on to my 6'11" Giannis build because I had to delete the 6'10" Blake Griffin build in order to make some other builds. So I kind of had to hop on different builds to show you guys the different animations that I was using for this build, but pretty much you guys have seen all the animations that I use. I like to use the same animations throughout the year and really master them. So again, throw on this jump shot, you should be able to splash from the 3-point land and start going crazy and be an absolute inside-outside threat. So there we have it. Now that we've ran through how to make the build, how to upgrade the build, we got the animations. Now all we have left to do is to get into some rec center gameplay. Alright, so here we've got a 30 point, 16 rebound, 5 assist, and 3 block gameplay on 14 of 15 shooting and 2 of 2 from 3-point land. And we are matched up against an 83 overall 7'1" 3-level threat. So not too crazy of a matchup in this gameplay, but he does have some good teammates on the other team there, and we also have some good teammates as well. But this gameplay, super fun. Already starting it off with a 3-pointer and a block, and we're gonna cut down the lane for a wide open dunk. Pretty easy there, that 94 drive and dunk coming in handy, but man, in this gameplay, we get so many putback dunks. It is not even funny. This is a true Blake Griffin type of gameplay. It's like back in the day when he was doing putback dunks over Pau Gasol. That was absolutely disgusting. I would be sick if we could get an animation like that in the game. And again, Blake Griffin out here catching crazy bodies. It is so much fun to play on this build. Again, you drive in, you get these nasty contact dunks. You can still spread the floor, bang out from 3. And we're also getting standing putback dunks. Man, this build is a highlight reel machine. Going absolutely crazy in the first half of this game already. Getting crazy putbacks, shooting threes like nothing. Man, it is absolutely so much fun. So already at halftime, we get 16 points, 2 assists, and 7 rebounds, just like that. So we are absolutely dominating our matchup. Again, not the greatest of matchups, and again, the defense on this build can be a little bit soft at times, having that minimum 78 block and 61 interior defense. It can be a little bit frustrating at times. People will drive in on you, and even if you get a contest, they'll make some pretty crazy contested layups, so it can be frustrating at times for sure. Another thing that can be frustrating about this build is not having that mid-range shot to be able to shot create as well. Some people play you pretty well, and then they play you perfectly, enough space where they can still contest the 3, but they can still cut you off from the drive. So it would be nice to like maybe shoot a fading mid or something like that. But again, just this build is so much fun. I had an absolute blast playing on it, and again, just the rebounding is really solid. And as you can see here, we got like a beef Griffin build because that 282 pounds going coast to coast with it as well too. Absolutely nasty. Again, this build, a highlight reel machine. The defense is definitely sufficient and serviceable, but again, it just people will make some contested layups and dunks on you, and it can get frustrating at times. But again, for 92 and under rec, you will get some matchups like this where it's an 83 overall. He doesn't have his full build filled out yet, so you can make it pretty tough on them. With the high finishing that you got, you can still shoot the three, you got your passing, you can easily get triple doubles on this build, and you can easily clean up the glass just like this as well too. Super nasty, super fun build. I think a lot of you guys would enjoy this build, and we are going to end up getting our last assist right here for the 5th one. But that's the gameplay that we got for you guys. Stay tuned for some more. I definitely will have some more Blake Griffin gameplays for you guys. This one is an absolute highlight reel of a gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you drop a like, hit that sub if you're new, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.